Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a mouse. Out in the green fields, he had made his cozy hut. The whole day, he would enjoy munching on wheat and corn. Miles away in the city lived his cousin in a small hole in a posh house. One day, the country mouse was very excited. His cousin was coming from the city to meet him. The city mouse arrived at the village.
Hi there, brother. Seeing you after a very long time. Welcome, dear. Nice to see you.
They hugged each other. Then the country mouse led his cousin inside the house. When the city mouse sat down to dinner, he was surprised to find that the country mouse had nothing to eat except barley and grain.
Really, you do not live well at all. You should see how I live. I have all sorts of fine things to eat every day. You must come to visit me and see how nice it is to live in the city.
The country mouse was glad to do this, and after a while, he went to the city to visit his cousin. The very first place that the city mouse took the country mouse to see was the kitchen cupboard of the house where he lived. There stood a big paper bag of sugar. The little city mouse gnawed a hole in the bag and invited his cousin to nibble for himself. The two little mice nibbled and nibbled, and the country mouse thought he had never tasted anything so delicious in his life. He was just thinking how lucky the city mouse was. "Run!" whispered the city mouse. And they ran as fast as they could to the little hole where they had come in. The little country mouse was shaking all over when they got safely away.
This is very terrible. Let us not go back to the cupboard again. No, I will take you to the cellar. There is something special there.
So the city mouse took his little friend down the cellar stairs and into a big cupboard where there were many shelves. On the shelves were jars of butter and cheeses in bags and out of bags. Overhead hung benches of sausages, and there were spicy apples in barrels standing about. It smelled so good that it went to the little country mouse's head, until he saw an especially rich, very delicious smelling piece of cheese on a queer little stand in a corner. He was just on the point of putting his teeth into the cheese when the city mouse saw him.
Stop, stop, that is a trap.
The little country mouse stopped and said,
What is a trap? That thing is a trap. The minute you touch the cheese with your teeth, something comes down on your head hard and you are dead.
And the little country mouse looked at the trap, and he looked at the cheese. He looked at the little city mouse.
If you will excuse me, I think I'll go home. I did rather have barley and grain to eat and eat it in peace and comfort than have sugar and dried prunes and cheese and be frightened to death all the time.
So the little country mouse went back to his home, and there he stayed all the rest of his life.
So children, do you understand what they're trying to say in the story? Never be greedy. Please don't think about what you don't have. Rather, think about what you always have. So the moral of the story is, be happy with what you have.
Magicbox presents Preschool Video Dictionary. Keep your toddler's mind sharp and active with these interesting preschool video dictionary videos. These videos will give your child a good vocabulary before facing the world and entering the educational stage in their life. You can teach your toddlers visually about alphabet, numbers, animals, birds, fruits, vegetables, shapes, colors, months, days of the week, body parts, emotions, family and me, community helpers, sea animals, reptiles, insects, and much, much more. So, share these interesting and informative videos with your little ones and teach them the basic words with eye-catching animations. Teaching them to spell and identify the words with these videos is very easy and interesting. Download now Preschool Video Dictionary from magicbox.co.in. Link in description.
Far away in a hot country, where the forests are bone dry during the summer, it was the time when the animals spoke just like humans. There lived a lion named Leo. Leo was the proudest lion ever, and he never sought anybody's help. One day, Leo was fast asleep in his den. A little mouse named Theo, who was new to the place, was unaware of Leo and was gliding and playing on top of him.
Who was that disturbing my sleep? You, little creature.
Leo got hold of Theo and lifted him by his tail.
Oh, lion, I bleed you. Let me go.
How dare you play on top of me? I'm going to crush you with my hands and swallow you right away.
No, please, no, lion. I'm not going to be a great meal after all. But if you let me go, I promise I would help you anytime sooner, even risking my life.
I haven't laughed this hard in recent times. But I like your guts, which made you talk to me this way. Hence I let you go. Never come back here, ever.
Days rolled by. A day when Leo had to seek the help of the fellow animals has arrived at last. Leo was walking alongside the riverbank and
oh my, I didn't see that coming. Get rid of me. Get rid of me!
Leo struggled for a long while to get rid of the net, and finally,
I don't see myself getting out of this without seeking anybody's help,
said the Leo to himself.
Is somebody there? It's Leo, and I am stuck. Is there anybody to help? Please get me out of here. Help! Help me!
Despite hearing Leo's cry, no animal was willing to show up, as Leo was never polite. Leo gave up on himself and sat down without uttering any further words. But then,
Hey, friend, sorry. I was so far away and hardly heard you cry. Don't worry, I'm here to help.
mouses around came running.
Quick, Fox, let's get Leo out of this net.
The mouses bit off the nets into pieces and released Leo. Leo became so happy that he thanked the little Theo with all his heart. And from then, Leo and Theo became close friends forever. Kids, what have you learned from the story? Leo, in this story, didn't get any help on the first hand, as he always boasted about himself so much. So kids, always try to stay humble and never forget to help a friend who's in need.
Do you wish to see load of stories here? Then please subscribe this channel. Along with your friends and family, enjoy all the videos of Magicbox. Magicbox English, a place to learn lot of good